A vector has magnitude same as that of vector A and is parallel to vector B. The x and y components of this are x and 3 in the first quadrant, where x is equal to. So let's first try to understand what is given to us. So this vector, let us call that as C, vector C, is similar to magnitude of vector A. It is parallel to vector B, which means slope of vector B should be equal to slope of vector C. And the vector lies in the first quadrant such that vector C is xi plus 3j, the y component is 3, the I component is x respectively. Okay. Now let us just write down these things. Vector A is given as 3i plus 4j. So magnitude of vector A would be root of a square plus b square, 3 square plus 4 square, 25 is 5. So the unknown vector, which is vector C, is similar, has the same magnitude of vector A, which means the magnitude of vector C is equal to 5. Now what about its direction? It is parallel to vector B. What is vector B? Vector B is 4i plus 3j. Now, okay, let me just take you to that as well. If two vectors are parallel, now this is where I would like you to make a note of this, right? Would definitely help you. If two vectors are parallel, one is just no. See, if you're just listening to this and you're not writing it down, it uh, it may help you, but I would definitely suggest you writing it down is as equal as reading it 10 times. Writing once is reading 10 is what I personally, kind of adhere to. So please make a note along with me. If two vectors are parallel, one is just a longer or a shorter version of the other. Sorry. Direction stays the same. If we know the slope or ratio, we can my bad. It's scale up or scale down to get the answer, to find the unknown vector. Now, what would this mean in even more simpler terms? Imagine I draw a straight line in a certain direction. Say northeast. Now, if someone asked me to draw another line in the same direction, but only 5 centimeter long, and the tip should be 3 centimeter from the start. This is what it practically means when we say a vector is parallel to another. Okay, pause this, rewatch this much, and then read this along with what you have written. Try to explain this to yourself once. And if you're ready, let's move on to the solution. Now, what is the direction ratio of B? Direction ratio of B is actually y component by x component, which is 3 by 4. When I say this, I mean that vector B is basically xi cap plus y j cap. Oh, I said x component, y component. My bad. It should be I component and j component, x and y. So we can otherwise write that vector C is equal to k times 4i plus 3j. So if vector C is parallel to vector B, right? If vector C is parallel to vector B, vector C is k times vector B. Multiplying k into the vector, k into 4k is 4k I cap, k into 3j is 3k j cap. So vector C is 4k I cap plus 3k j cap. But it is given to us that vector C is xi plus 3j. How? Over here. Because it is given to us that the vector is in the first quadrant and the I components are x and j component, I and j component are x and 3 respectively. Right? So Vector C is equal to xi plus 3j. And now if we were to compare these two, 3k should be equal to 3, which gives us k is equal to 1. And if k is equal to 1, what is the I component? It is 4k. So 4k is 4 into 1, and therefore the I component is 4, which gives us the x and y components. Oh, oh, I'm really sorry. I interchanged x and y and ing. Okay. Oh, let's not go back now. So the x is equal to 3. Okay, very simple, straightforward. Now let's spend some time to understand what is parallel vector, how to and what does that imply.